Hi there, everyone. My name is Hazelmae Overturf, and I get to talk to you a little bit today about myself and my top 5 strengths as determined by the StrengthsFinders 2.0 assessment for our BA 599 Fall 2019 class. So I wanted to do something a little more fun as I describe my strengths and a little bit more about myself by also showcasing my love for Disney, as some of you may already know about me. So my first strength is actually achiever. This particular Mickey combo is from Tokyo Disney, and he is Mickey as a cruise ship captain or ship captain. Achiever is one of my top strengths as determined by the book, but it also tells a lot about me. Looking at my notes, I was able to pull out some of the words from my personalized insights that I'm hardworking, I'm active, very values driven, and I'm usually aim for success, much like a natural leader would on a ship. My current role at my organization is a senior manager of learning and development. And 10 years ago, I started at my organization at an entry-level position and have made my way to where I am today with achiever as a strength. My next strength is actually empathy. And for empathy, I have Beauty and the Beast ears. If you know the story of Beauty and the Beast, Belle was very empathetic and was able to look past the Beast's awful, scary exterior to end up falling in love happily ever after. For me, empathy is all about the emotional aspects of a person. And for myself, I'm actually very open, and also with people, I'm very adjusting, being inclusive and understanding other people's needs and other things of that nature. I aim to be adjusting of myself to make sure that others are comfortable. And I always am one that recognizes the need for respect for each other. And empathy is something that carries through with a lot of the work that I do, especially considering that I'm in HR currently and have been a coach and mentor pretty much and teacher throughout my whole life. My next strength is communication. And for communication, I chose Monster Inc. ears. In the movie Monsters Inc., the monsters had an aim to scare children in order to power their cities and whatnot. But in the end, they realized that laughter from children actually was a better means of collecting energy. And for me, my communication specifically talked about my need to be true to myself and be put into situations where I can communicate in that fashion. And then also, my favorite part is I like to make people laugh and make people feel comfortable, and part of the empathy comes through there with my style of communication, which my team would probably mention that I'm really open and honest, and I really create a really fun and open workspace. So my second to last strength is one that I would not have explicitly called out, but definitely know about myself unless I took the StrengthsFinder assessment, and it's futuristic. So for futuristic, I chose really fancy, sparkly ears. And futuristic, again, it speaks so much to me because I'm often very future oriented, looking into the future. I think about goals that I map out, and I always think in the future first, and then kind of work my way backwards in order to make those kind of incremental steps in order to be successful in obtaining those particular goals and dreams. It talked a lot about my persistence and my devotion to that, and it's a constant in my my mindset to move through a process and to use that kind of aim toward the future to the best of my ability. And then for my last strength is one that definitely speaks to who I am as a person, and kind of after I've heard all of the other strengths, in the end, I am very competitive. And so competition is my last strength. For competition, I selected a little villain action, Ursula from The Little Mermaid, who in her own right was very competitive in wanting to become a ruler of the ocean. And for me, competition talks a lot or speaks a lot to myself and the hard work that I choose to commit to. and that it's something that I'm choosing to do. It talked a lot about the choice in the matter in competition and putting myself through that. I'm obviously very motivated by results and goals, and it's something that you don't want to, well, maybe you do. You want me on your escape room team or your sports team because that is definitely a strength of mine to put the best out there forward in order to achieve. So, thank you for your time and attention while I shared my top 5 strengths. I hope you learned a little bit more about me, maybe a little bit more about Disney, and I look forward to learning from all of you and continuing on this executive MBA journey.